So question 4, Southern Granite and Marble sells granite and marble by the square yard. One of its granite patterns is price sensitive. If the price is too low, customers perceive it that it is less quality. If the price is too high, customers perceive it that it is overpriced. The company has conducted a pricing test with potential customers. The following data was collected. Use a graphing calculator to plot the data. What is the quadratic function of best fit? So basically, we just have to put this data into the calculator and kind of do what we just did in question 1 without all the other stuff. So remember, to put the data into the calculator, we need the stat button. So up at the stat button, we now go to edit. And notice we have to go up and clear lists, come back down, go left, go up, clear lists, come back down. So if I now put the data into the calculator, we'll be ready to do the rest of it. So I'll pause a second while I put this data in. So if we look at the data, if the price is at $20, there was 30 buyers. If it's at $30, there's 50 buyers. If it's $40, we had 65 buyers. $60, notice that that's where it peaked at. And then all of a sudden, the prices started dropping a little bit. But notice that $100, you still had 50 people purchasing it. So that's interesting. So these people have a little bit to think about as far as how they want to price things. And I know by myself, I tend to buy in the middle as well for quality. I feel like if it's too low, I'm buying a cheap product. If it's too high, I'm just not willing to pay that price for that product. I just think it's overpriced. So I usually look for the sweet spot as well, somewhere in the middle. So I guess I'm a typical buyer. Now, to do the quadratic function of best fit, all we got to do now is go to stat and then just slide over to calculate. So hit stat, slide over to calculate, and number 5 is that quad regression. So if I got L1, L2, that all looks good. Just go down to calculate, and that gives us our values there. So it looks like negative 2.43x squared. That looks pretty good because there's a 5 that makes that 2 turn to a 3. 3.115, that looks good. And minus 22.126 or 13 there. So that 2 is moving to a 3, negative 22.3. So that one looks like the correct answer. It looks like all these are the same. That's weird. What's the difference here? Oh, that's I got an extra 0 there. Whoa. All right. That looks like the better one is B of X here. Because that look really running together, don't they? So that one has that extra 0. That looks right. That doesn't have that 0 there. That one's wrong. And then the signs are wrong down here. We should have a minus sign. And that's got the signs wrong. So these all run together, but that's the one that matches the calculator, is that one. All right, so that's how we could use the calculator to find the prediction equation. And if we use this function, we could also determine what price would maximize the number of buyers in this problem. So that concludes number 4. I think that concludes 4.4 models as well.